Hey everybody, hope you guys are happy and healthy. Today we're going to be doing the last video I'll have a chance to do on a horse named Pinto Bean. If you guys have been around the channel a little bit, you know who Pinto Bean is. And if you're new around here, I'll explain that here in a second. My name's Sheldon Thomas. I'm a journeyman farrier, and as of a couple months ago, I'm a veterinarian. And that still kind of tastes funny coming off my lips, but I guess I just better get used to it. Kind of as I was explaining, this horse that we're working on today is named Pinto Bean. And if you're new, if you want to kind of see the backstory of Pinto Bean, and you can go over to my channel and we put together a playlist of the videos I've done with Pinto Bean. Here's a couple pictures of where his foot started, and today he's happy, healthy, running around. And him and his owner do parades, they do arena stuff, they go trail riding, they do some team penning stuff. He's kind of jack of all trades. So I guess starting off, I better explain why I say this is the last video I'll get to do with Pinto Bean. As I mentioned, I just graduated vet school, and so me and the family ended up moving, and actually Pinto Bean and his owner moved also. And so this was the last time I was able to put shoes on him, and we went our separate ways, and kind of just a life update of where we all went. Pinto Bean and his owner, she graduated, got her undergrad degree, and is going off to Central Washington to go to vet tech school. So that's pretty neat. She got accepted into that program. And then me and the family, we graduated and moved up to Deer Park, Washington, which is kind of on the Idaho border, up towards Canada. So we're an hour or so away from Canada and a little ways away from Idaho. And we're going to be up here for a time, and then probably be moving back to Arizona. But we're excited. Life's been good up here in Deer Park. We bought ourselves a little aluminum boat and been taking the kids out to the lake and stuff, and enjoying the summer up here. Getting back to what we're doing here on Pinto Bean's foot, as you can see, it looks pretty much normal. If you're, I can't get the video camera this close, but if you were to get real close, right there at the toe where that big deviation was, there is some scar tissue. The lamina is just kind of abnormal a little bit, and his foot still kind of tends to want to grow out forward more than the other one. It's probably just where that scar tissue is making the lamina a little weak or something. And so I've kept him in a rocker toe on this one foot the whole time. It's probably one of the only horses I have a rocker toe on one foot and a normal shoe on the other foot. But it seems to work pretty good for him, and he's been doing pretty good for a while now.
Kick.
So right now it's hard to see what I'm doing right there, but so a second ago I rasped the foot completely flat, and then right there I was rasping a rocker into that toe, and that's what I'm doing there. And then I'll have a rocker in my shoe, and it'll, when I burn it on there, it'll all burn flush with my shoe with that rocker in there, and that's just to help with, so there's not too much leverage out there on his toe. and take some pressure off that scar tissue from the big hole that was in his foot. So I've kind of mentioned this in some videos in the past, but I thought I'd bring it up again. So what I'm doing right there is just measuring the width of the foot there. Even though I'm resetting the shoe, I'm still measuring the width. And for you new guys out there, that just saves you a bunch of trips back and forth to the anvil. And then I measure my width on my shoe. And you can see here, I'm actually going to open the shoe up a little bit. And just with normal season changes of high moisture, low moisture, Pinto Bean's foot's changed a little bit, and apparently it's a smidge wider than it was last time I put a shoe on him. And so I just do that little move over the anvil and open that shoe back up, and then recheck my width. And it allows me to, I don't always go back to the foot just once. There's plenty of times I run back and forth to the foot, back to the anvil, and back to the foot. But if you do that, it's definitely going to save you trips back and forth, and I use that pretty often when I'm shaping shoes hot, and you only get so many trips back to the horse with a hot shoe before you end up burning them too short, and that's definitely a time saver and definitely worth learning. Real quick, I wanted to talk about one of the benefits of burning shoes onto feet, and it's when you're checking your fit. And I'll show you here in a second. When I turn this shoe over, you can see the outline of the foot on there. You can see where that foot sits on each branch of the shoe. And then if you need to make an adjustment, you can take it over and see where you need to bump that shoe in or bump it out. Or like right here, I'm going to take that shoe and I'm going to box it a little bit with a rasp, and I know exactly where to box that shoe to because there's an outline of the horse's hoof on there. So that's real handy. Or if you're going to take it to the grinder, you still got an outline of the horse's foot, so you know where to box to. So that's just kind of a little benefit of fitting feet hot. I have a hard time doing it if I'm not using clips, just because I can't keep my shoe steady on the foot, and just part of being an amateur. But if with a clip, you can pull it back, seat that clip in, and then burn that shoe on, and it's gonna tell you exactly how it fits the foot, and if you need to pop one branch in or out a little bit. And so that's a little trick there. And then right there, I'm relieving sole pressure. That's another little benefit of fitting feet hot, is you can see exactly where you may have sole pressure, and you can take and relieve it there with your knife. So what I'm doing right here is that first nail that I put in, that lateral toenail, just kind of came out kind of low. It's not really a good nail, but I liked where my shoe was sitting, and so I left that nail there, put all the rest of my nails in, and then came back, pulled that nail out, and I'm driving a nice high nail there that'll hold the shoe on good. And that's a little trick. If you like where your shoe is but you just don't like your nail, just leave it there, finish nailing up the foot, and then come back to it and pull it out once the rest of your nails are in place, because sometimes that first one's the hardest one to get. And so if you're happy with your shoe placement, you can leave it there. Real quick before I run out of time on the video, I kind of had a question for you guys. I mentioned I just became a vet, and so I took a job, and I'm actually going to be working at a mixed animal practice. And so I've been doing a little bit of video and trying to get you guys some videos. And I guess my question is if you guys want me to just stick to horseshoeing videos, if you want me to kind of show you some interesting cases on other animals, and just kind of let me know in the comments what you guys think. Most of the 4 species I work on is dogs and cats and horses and cows. And I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to video everything on top of the horseshoeing stuff. People are asking me, are you still gonna be horseshoeing when you're being a vet? And fortunately or unfortunately, I am pretty addicted to horseshoeing, and I like it. So I'll probably still be horseshoeing, and I've been doing some horseshoeing here on the side and kind of been doing the therapeutic cases here that come in the vet clinic, and been enjoying doing that. And so I'll have some videos for you guys on that stuff. But I wanted to know if you guys are cool with me adding in some other types of videos on my channel, or if you guys want me to just stick to horseshoeing. Just let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick, that may be brewing in your guys' mind. You may be thinking, why is Sheldon going and working on dogs and cats when there's plenty of horses out there, and why doesn't he just go be an equine vet? And that's a good question. That's something I've pondered, and kind of the conclusion I came to is, I spent 8 years of my life learning all the species and studying all the species and taking the test for all the species. I might as well use it. And I am kind of chicken when it comes to dogs and cat stuff, and it's one of those things I just decided, you can't hate it till you try it. And so I'm giving it a try, and I also, like I said, I spent a lot of years learning all this stuff. I don't want to just come out of school and forget it all and not use any of it. So that's kind of why I'm doing the mixed animal stuff, learning as much as I can about small animal, and then we'll see if I end up liking it and seeing if I do it. Who knows what the future holds, but that's what I'm doing from at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Pinto Bean. It's been a story with a happy ending, and they don't all get to be happy ending stories, but it was pretty scary looking there for Pinto Bean for a little while, but his foot's turned out looking pretty good, and it's been a fun adventure. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. We got some more coming up in the near future, so stay tuned, and God bless you, and we'll see you at the next one.